channel.
Me and Bree, we ended up finished doing whatever the fuck we doing. We ended up going over to their house, bro.
This motherfucker to the motherfucker.
We ended up going over to her house, like to their house, cause that's her and her husband. Like that's her husband right there.
God, he making my viewers hear this.
Now listen,
they
like,
gotta hear it, folks.
Look, we're all adults. Listen, we're all adults. We're all being mature, and we're all in agreement about what's supposed to go down.
Mm-hmm.
So,
go.
the wife and the husband, like, they gave me and Bree, you know, like, they gave me, like, some shorts to change into, and they gave Bree, like, a gown or something. So, the husband was sitting on the couch. I told Bree, like, you know, whatever, like, because the wife was in the bathroom. Like, Bree and dude, like, they barely touched each other, and the wife came out the bathroom, like, she looked at Bree, looked at me. Bro, it was on, bro. It was a fucking Royal Rumble, bro. It was me, Bree, and this bitch husband, like fucking brawling with this bitch. And she was whooping our ass, bro. I mean, bro, this bitch, we all got our ass handed to us by this bitch, bro. I don't know if she took something or what, but that bitch came out the bathroom. That bitch was incensed, bro. Like, bro, she literally ran over there and grabbed Bree by her hair and snatched her away from her husband. And I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Bro, this bitch started biting me like, ah! I'm like, the fuck? Bro, I got bit probably like 4 times that night, bro. Down in the basement, we ended up down in the basement. She down there whooped like, so I know she bit me in the basement. She down there whilst I was whooping our ass, handing us our asses in the basement, bro. I'm like, and it was funny because her husband, like my height, she about 6 feet tall, like, dismally, but he was trying his damnedest to try to calm her down. Like, he was getting his shit banged too. Like I said, it was all 3 of us versus this nigga's wife. Like, to the point her brother ended up coming over and coming in, like, in some way, somehow got us broke and split up. For the shortest amount of time, like, to the point, like, I don't even know why he even bothered. Because, again, I got fucking big.
Y'all was fighting?
Bro, we was fucking brawling, bro.
Why?
Well, not even we were brawling. We were trying to restrain her. She was whooping our ass, bro.
Why?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what happened when she was in the bathroom. And, like,
she came on that Stone Cold Steve Austin
shit. She just came out and got the fight,
316.
She literally came out the bathroom. I said, like, what's up? Like, I'm like, what's like
y'all was there to bust her down, right?
Bree was supposed to be with her husband. I was supposed to be with her. Like, it was a mutual agreement.
So she didn't want to do it with you?
She already had. Like, me and her, listen, I remember the first time I went over there.
I'm saying over there, okay.
No, the second time. Her husband came and got me from the
So you always over there, bro?
No, I wasn't always. I worked with her, so I used to see her all the time.
How many times you did this, bro? Damn, this nigga can't even count.
I'm
freaky, man.
No, I'm just thinking.
Freaky, man.
I only did it twice. I only did it twice because the first time I ever went over their house, it was during the fucking state fair right after I got arrested for my DUI or whatever.
You got out of jail and went to the swinger party?
No, I ended up going to the fucking state fair, like the little fair that they had in town.
They naked?
No, they were dressed normal. And then we ended up like going back to their car, like, you know, taking her or do like Hennessy type shit. You know, we taking nips here and there. I wasn't supposed to be drinking, so she was like, "Fuck this!" Like, "Spur, you want to come to the house? Like, we got some shit." I'm like, "All right, cool." And then a friend of hers and her friend's boyfriend ended up coming with us. So like we're literally, I'm sitting in the fucking hot tub. Dude and his wife were sitting over here, and the friend.
How the fuck y'all get in the hot tub?
The friend and we're outside. That was the whole point of us going over there, was to get in the fucking hot tub and have. I didn't realize what was going on. I didn't realize what was intended on happening until.
You leaving out shit. You just jumped straight to the
Listen, we ended up going over their house, having a couple drinks. Me and the other boyfriend, like the husband gave me and the boyfriend, you know, some shorts to change into.
I hope there ain't no gay shit.
Look, they were like, "Come on, like let's go out in the hot tub." So we out in the hot tub, like we sipping and shit. Again, I'm sitting here, the wife and husband are sitting there, and the boyfriend and the girlfriend. Like, we just sitting there, we just chit chatting or whatever. And I know this dude's wife is like. She was definitely making sure, like, she got and was noticed. Like, she ended up going, like, under the water and came up in a way where like she didn't have like she wouldn't come no more than this, like higher than this out the water. And I'm thinking like, brother, this bitch took her fucking raw. And then she threw the shit out the hot tub. I said, I know what I think like it's not about to happen to go down.
Listen, you in a hot tub with some strangers.
Listen, look. She literally.
What the fuck, bro?
Listen, she literally dives under the water like it's a swimming pool. Making sure
they
her.
would have got him.
Making sure her ass was quite well noticed. And I look at the husband. I said, me and him talking. I'm like, bro. The husband literally was like, go ahead. But I got uncomfortable, so I ended up leaving. So, like 6 months later, for New Year's, he ended up coming, like, we ended up setting it up where I went over there. Now, me,
how you set it up?
The husband called me, he was like, hey, like, you want to come hang out?
Oh, how he just called you out 6 months?
I had his number.
Something ain't right, bro.
Listen, look.
You lying about something.
Listen. Dude literally came,
6 months later, he just called.
Again, it wasn't spur of the moment. Like, we had kind of set it up, like, a couple weeks before.
This is weird, bro.
And this time, I'm like, I'm gonna see how this shit should have, and it's going to play out. Literally, me and him, we get to their house, we come into their little patio door, right in their kitchen.
So you didn't wear no drawers that night?
I was fully dressed. It was wintertime, I had a coat, or a hoodie. Me and bro literally sitting there drinking, and he get up. The wife come out, she was like, hey, Spur. Just dropped down on her knees and started giving up that Agent Scully, bro. I'm like,
start giving up what?
That Agent Scully, bro. That X-Files. I'm just sitting there I'm perplexed. I'm like, damn, like.
You perplexed?
I'm like, bro, I'm like Marshawn. I'm thinking like Marshawn Lynch. I'm like, think about that action, boss. And it got to the point like he had his like they ended up moving over to the couch. And he started, started eating her shit. I said, move, nigga, get out the way. Let me show you how it's done. I had the black man leg up and everything, and then we ended up somehow. Well, I don't know. We ended up.
Ain't no somehow. Bro. When niggas say somehow, they lying.
Listen, we ended up back in their bedroom.
Oh,
the husband's laying on his back.
Oh,
again,
no!
It's round 2 of that Agent Scully, that X-Files.
No, why would he be laying on his back?
Cause she was knobbing him up, bro.
Why would? Bro.
She went out of her way and made sure, like, she made sure that
y'all went in the bedroom, bro. This getting
bro.
gay,
We literally ran a train on that bitch.
Oh man, this shit is just too much for me.
I was just shocked. That was my first time I had ever like done or been in some shit like that. That's why like the second time I went over there, I'm like, all right, well, it's cold outside, and I would prefer not to go outside again if I don't have to. If I gotta stay tonight, like I'm gonna fucking see how this shit plays out.
That's wild, bro. That's wild for me.
That was part of the reason why me and Bree decided to go over there.
That's why y'all relationship.
Oh no, that wasn't. Oh my God, bro.
That's why y'all relationship was fucked up.
No. Our shit was fucked up because Bree had no good intent for us and us being together. Everything was what she thought was a strategic, careful place.
So you and Bree start going?
No, me and her only went over there one time, but we got our ass handed to us, bro. Like apparently, somehow, at some point, we ended up outside in the woods. Right? Like, I'm fucking crying, bawling my eyes out, like. And me and Bree wake up in the bedroom, like inside the bedroom that she was just whooping our ass outside of, and we're both soaking wet, like. And we had absolutely no fucking idea what happened, like, bro, like, what the fuck, like. And then it started slowly coming back to me. That's how I remember. That's how I remember. Like we ended up out in the woods, and I apparently must have been making some kind of commotion. Cause they like, bro, they made sure they got me back in the house. They were like, bro, like,
wait a minute, this shit went left, bro. Wait a minute, bro. She whooped y'all ass.
What?
And threw y'all in the woods.
Bro, that shit was like.
Then threw y'all, whooped y'all ass.
I don't know how we ended up outside. I just remember being outside, in the mud, in a forested area, and it's fucking raining. That was all I remember. Like, and even that day, like me and Bree ended up going back to the house. Like his daughter was still going with the sitter.
Y'all was raped, bro.
No.
Y'all raped, bro. I'm telling you, bro. That's how I feel like when you get raped,
Listen,
bro.
look, I went back the next day. I went back the next day because
They know what I mean.
look, I went back the next day because the husband had told me the night before. I told him like,
oh, this is a movie.
Look, I told him I had a motorcycle, but you know what I'm saying, like I wasn't gonna ride it without a fucking helmet because I done seen too many motherfuckers crash and bust their shit open.
That's some freaky shit. He took that as a sign.
No, I remembered the next day. I was like, oh fuck, like I was supposed to get a helmet from dude, so I ended up calling him. He was like, yeah, like come over, like I got it for you, and I go get it. And his wife's just sitting there.
She went after she whipped your ass.
Bro, she looked like whatever the fuck happened. Like she looked like she really fucking bad. And this is what really tripped me up. She was like, are you sure you're okay, Spur? I'm like,
that bitch threw you in the woods, folks.
I'm like, I'm fine. I'm like I'm kind of hungover, but other than that, like I'm fucking good.
Did you ask her about the woods?
Again, over time, I ended up slowly piecing it back together. No, look. It was another time, but it was with another couple, bro. It was with a Puerto Rican couple.
And what happened with that? Did you end up in the woods again?
Bro,
Did you end up in the woods?
it was me, my homeboy Ray, and his wife Amber. They invited me over like for a game night, cause you know every weekend if we
That's a cover up, bro.
Listen, look.
Freak off.
We ended up playing this game called Cards Against Humanity.
Freak off. That's freak off.
And then when I got there, like I asked Amber, like anybody else coming? She said, yeah, Garcia and her husband.
Garcia and them dead, bro.
Look. At this moment, like this
was already dead, bro.
Look, listen, this is when my spidey senses start tingling, bro. Because my boy Odegaard, like we always hung out. We were cool. Like we were one of the few people that were actually cool with Garcia.
The Garcia family died.
Bro, listen.
18 years ago, bro. It's impossible.
I knew there was some shit afoot because when she told me Garcia was coming over, I specifically remember me, her, and Odegaard might have even been on patrol.
He was working?
Yeah. No, I'm saying like at some point we were on patrol and I remember her making a comment, shit, it's only 2 dudes in this platoon, like, the shit I'd fuck. And I knew she was emphasizing me and Odie. I was like,
Odie? Who the fuck is Odie?
That's my Odegaard. I'm like, bro, did you peep that shit? So fast forward to when we over here, her and her husband over there is Amber and Smith. I already knew like Amber and Smith, like, we're casually okay with like, you know what I'm saying, like swapping or whatever. I'm the only single person there. So somehow we end up getting
a play. Swapped your girl?
Well, I tried with Bree, but clearly that shit didn't work out. I remember like, listen, we ended up playing.
Bro, you offered a fat girl, bro?
Listen.
You're not supposed to do that, bro.
Listen.
That's what you got bad.
Listen, we started playing this card game, Cards Against Humanity. And somehow at some point, I'm pretty sure it was Garcia was like, no, Garcia was like, shit, like y'all want to play this, like play strip cards? I was like, shit, fuck it, like let's go, like we already drinking, like we're all adults, we're grown, like
oh my God.
Let's do this. At some point, look, at some point, we all are sitting around the table basically naked.
Oh my God.
Like our genitals are covered up, but I noticed like everybody, I was the only black dude there. Everybody was looking like trying to look under the table to be like, ain't no way he ain't got that anaconda. I said, you guys calm down. Like I'm a grower, not a shower. I don't know how it got started. Oh. Garcia laid on the table. She laid on the table, and when I say she opened it up, like she opened it up, and I was like, I'm looking at her husband, I'm like, it's getting really hard for me to control myself. He was like, go ahead.
Cool.
I made a mess of and on their fucking table. We ended up moving over to the couch. And I'm talking about, bro, I was blowing her back out so bad, bro. Her husband had to go outside and smoke a cigarette, bro.
Okay.
And then when we got done, like, we went outside. He was like, you owe me, motherfucker.
Damn. A fat girl.
No, it was his way.
I'm saying that you owe him. You gotta give him a fat girl.
Before Bree got pregnant, and she actually was taking, like, Bree. Yeah, Bree was thicker, but she was.
You want no pushover, huh?
No, she carried it and she made it look like she made sure that shit was well.
I believe, bro.
Bro, that was my fucking Call of Duty homie, bro. Bree. That's what I said, bro. Like, that's the only woman I ever been with that had absolutely no qualms about playing the fucking
All my
game.
bitches play the game. I'm like, all my bitches play the game.
That, again, we had an Xbox in the room, and then in the TV room, we had the fucking PlayStation.
All my bitches play the game.
I bought the Xbox for her. Cause she wasn't really used to and familiar with PlayStation like that, but she knew it was familiar with Xbox. So I ended up going to the fucking PX on base, and I seen they had them motherfuckers, bro. And it's the good thing about the PX. You don't pay no taxes at all. If that shit say $3.99, that's all you're paying, not a red cent more. I ended up getting the Xbox One. And obviously I took it home and I hooked it up in the room. And the crazy thing, bro, she was cold at Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Like, we used to play the zombies.
He was garbage at the game.
I'm talking about Infinite Warfare. I still literally have the disc me and her used to play. Like,
garbage. Army people always garbage though, cause they know the shit too much. They be trying to apply the tactics to the game. It don't work like that. Cause they're playing against people who know nothing about it. So you know what I'm saying? They all out the box. Them niggas jumping around and shit. Fuck that. You ain't got no more good stories, nigga.
again, as you asked me earlier, you miss Bree, don't you?
You do. That's cool.
I miss certain aspects of her and us, like.
That's cool. You supposed to.
I really think Bree was bipolar, bro. I honestly do.
I don't really believe people bipolar.
Bro, she was too quick to just flip her switch, like.
They know who to pull it with. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I remember she was pregnant, bro, and I got her locked up, bro. Cause she claimed she slapped me.
You got her locked up.
Yeah, we were at her dad had left us his apartment, so we could figure out what we were gonna do if we were gonna stay there or come here. And we got to arguing, bro. She fired me in my shit, but claimed like she slapped me. Either way, you fucked up, cause you make unnecessary physical contact. I'm finna do what you do to you. I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine. Bro, I called the police, bro. They came in, bro. They just came in and they slapped, like, they figured out, deciphered what was going on.
Cause she was still talking shit.
She was trying to play, Again, I had not touched her, but they could clearly see where she had hit me, like. They're like, I'm sorry, like, we gotta take you to jail. But mind you, she's pregnant. This bitch literally gets down to the jail and calls me, you better get me out of here. First of all, I'm not the reason you there.
What she say, man?
Yeah, you need to make sure, you need to get me out of here. Right now. Again, first of all, I'm not the reason you're in there. And I'm really not in a position to really, like, be making that call. Like I told her, maybe you should think about making better decisions in the future.
Oh, shit. She whooped your ass when she got home. She whooped your ass when she got home.
But, like,
now tell me about this ex, bro. That's what I want to know. The story
again,
about her, bro.
The main and primary reason why, like, I would not be
white bitch.
Hold on, that I would not be opposed to having another kid is because
you had her on your Facebook for a minute.
Listen, the fucking pregnancy That should have been one of, if not the greatest times in my life. Like, it was like, bro, like, she intentionally went out of her fucking way to make sure that shit was fucking as miserable as possible.
How did she do that?
Bro,